Alright, so before I get this video started, sorry I make so many videos. Sorry I'm always making videos because I get bored and lonely driving while I'm doing all my deliveries. My dogs can't talk to me. Well, they can, but they don't talk to me most of the time. So I talk to you guys. So I know how you guys can talk to me. You're telling me right now you want to go out. I get it. So anyways, this is the time that I seen Jesus. Well, I almost seen Jesus. I'm talking about Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, okay? Before I do this video, I want to say I am not religious. I practice Buddhist beliefs, which is not really a religion, it's a practice. It's the way you practice your life, the practice of karma. And so basically I'm not religious. Buddha says he was not a god, he was a teacher. But when I was younger, I was a Pentecostal Christian. And that's because my aunt was teaching me to be a Pentecostal Christian. And she was a Pentecostal Christian. So I would go to church camps and stuff like that sometimes. And well, at least when I was staying with her, that was for a few years. So anyways, I went to church camp and went to church a lot and a lot of other things. And I prayed. I used to pray a lot. I used to pray for my mom because she was a drug addict and alcoholic and real violent and stuff. So I used to pray for her that she would get better and that she would become a Christian, because I thought that was the only way that she would get better, is if she became a Christian, which I didn't understand life. Now that I understand life, I understand that sometimes people just deal with stuff, and everybody deals with stuff different, and it's not about getting better or worse, it's just about how you deal with stuff. But anyway, so the time I almost seen Jesus, right? So let me start this by saying, when I was younger, I used to be a very good looking kid. I now understand that I'm not living up to that's image nowadays. I really don't give a fuck. I'm a little bit older, and I understand that my image don't really fucking matter. No, I really don't care that much, honestly. But so I used to be really, really good looking, like better looking than now. So when I was in 9th grade, I repeated 9th grade 2 or 3 times because I kept getting kicked out and kept getting expelled and suspended and had to go to adult schools and all kinds of stuff. I was really bad. So when I was in 9th or 10th grade, 9th grade, I was about to go into 10th grade. Yeah, I was in 9th grade, about to go into 10th grade. I had felt really depressed and I hated my life because I had gotten in trouble, and I was known by everybody for getting into trouble. Everybody knew me as the kid that got in trouble, and everybody knew me as the good looking kid that they never seen none of the problems I had to go through, and a person that I was actually as a person, because I really didn't know who I was as a person either. I was just kind of like into gangs, and I was into stuff, and then I would hide stuff from certain people, and I would not let people see certain parts of me, so nobody really knew who I was, and I really didn't know who I was. All I knew is that I had to look good for people, because people loved how I looked, and I was a good looking kid. And that's what I really held my life by, is being good looking and trying to get girls and stuff like that, and that's what mattered to me and stuff. And so getting in fights and being the cool kid and stuff, well, I wasn't really the cool kid because nobody really liked me like that. They were more, I don't want problems with that guy, or if they did like me, it was because I was always getting into trouble and stuff. They liked me for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? Or a lot of the times I would beat kids up because they would be picking on other kids, and I'd stand up for that kid and beat the kid up that was picking on him. So I was known for getting into fights a lot when I was a kid. A lot of fights, like all the time, all day, every day. And always cussing somebody out. Usually teachers, most of the time students, a lot of times students. Took a knife to school a couple times. Got in a lot of different problems. Busted a window a couple times in school. A lot of problems, right? And everybody respected that because they were like, that kid's crazy. They respected crazy kid. Everybody always respects the crazy guy or the crazy kid, right? They don't want the crazy kid to go off on them. So anyways, I had got into trouble and my aunt was mad at me, and I was really mad and depressed that I couldn't leave my room, and I had a girlfriend at that time that I really liked, and I couldn't get out to go see her, and I wanted to get out of the house so I could go see her, and I wanted to go skate. My thing was rollerblading. That was the only time I felt like I was myself, or that I was be able to get away from everybody and just enjoy myself, is when I was rollerblading or playing hockey. I like to play hockey a lot, or run track. I ran track a lot. I like to run and jog. So when I was running and jogging and stuff, or skating, I would always feel like I was away from everybody and could do my own thing, and I didn't have to be a Christian, or I didn't have to be going to church or all that. And I didn't understand how to be a Christian. I didn't understand the whole God thing and the whole church thing, because I was not raised in that lifestyle. My mom raised us in the gang lifestyle, around parties and drugs and alcohol and fighting. And when she didn't raise us, and then the group homes and foster homes, they raised me different ways. I was raised so many different ways by different people, because I was in over 20 foster homes, group homes and stuff, right? So over 20 foster homes, over 15 group homes, no, over 10 group homes, and shit, I can't even name it. But anyway, so I was in a lot of different places, right? In and out of people's homes and stuff. And with my aunt, I was really trying my hardest to go to church and be a good person and do what she said that was a good person. And I was trying to show her that I could be that good person that she was trying to make me into. And I really wasn't doing very good at it. And I was getting into a lot of trouble and stuff. And she was really disappointed in me. My Theo, he was really disappointed in me, which broke my heart, because I love my Theo forever. And that's my favorite person in the world. But he's a really humble guy, and he's really quiet, and it was hard to understand him. And I didn't understand him because he never spoke his mind. He was a really silent person, and I like to take that from him nowadays, and I try to be that way, because that's what I respected about him, is that he was quiet and humble and stuff. And I try to be that way. But anyways, I'm not very good at that most of the time. But so everybody was mad at me that I was getting in trouble at school. I got expelled out of school. I was had to go to adult school. Everybody at church was mad at me because I was flirting with this girl that was at church. And I guess nobody liked her or something, or she was bad news or something. So I was flirting with her and getting in trouble with her, and I got caught with another girl at the church. And I was messing with in the nursery room, like during youth night when nobody was in the nursery room. I used it as my own little motel room. But anyway, so yeah, I was in all kinds of trouble, all from every angle possible, right? And I really didn't know what to do, so I got depressed that everybody was just seeing all the trouble I was getting into, and they didn't see that I could be a really good guy, and that I was actually trying my hardest to be a good guy. They didn't see anything good about me. They just seen all the bad stuff that I was doing or getting into, right? So one night, after getting expelled from high school, knowing that I was going to have to go to adult school, I ended up getting expelled out of adult school and having to go back to high school. I'm the only motherfucker to get kicked out of an adult school or an expulsion school and have to go back to a high school. But anyway, so I had popped a bunch of pills, right? I got into my aunt's pill cabinet because she would leave the pill cabinet open, because if I got sick or something, I could help myself. She knew I wasn't that type of kid. Well, she didn't know if I was that type of kid, but I wasn't that type of kid. I usually didn't try to do stupid shit. Not to myself like that. Like maybe when I was in group homes and stuff, but not when I was at her house. Because at her house, I was most of the time happy when I wasn't getting into trouble. But so she took good care of me. So I was really happy at her house most of the time. But that night I was really depressed, and I was sad that everybody always see me as the good-looking kid, or the kid that was popular for getting in trouble, or the kid that was crazy, or they all see me for bad stuff, negative stuff, and they thought it was cool, and that shit broke my heart. So I just let everything get to me, and I went and popped a bunch of pills, and I was dying. I was seriously fucking dying. I was overdosing, and I don't know why. My aunt did not call the cops, and she did not call paramedics. I think it was. I don't think I told her until a couple days afterwards that I had popped a bunch of pills. Yeah, I told her. I didn't tell her nothing. I just told her I didn't feel good. But I went up to my room, and I laid down, and I was like, fuck this, I want to die. So I popped the pills, laid down, and I was hoping that I'd be dead when I woke up. Well, while I lay there in bed, I could hear her downstairs. She believed in praying and spiritual warfare. So she was going off. She was like, da, 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 speaking in tongues. It's like a language that Christians do. Well, she was speaking in tongues and praying. Yeah, I'm trying to drive fast as I can. She was going off and stuff. It's still emotional for me till this day. So I heard her, and all I could hear is her going off. And I don't know why I could hear her so good in my head, but I could hear her going off. And every time I tried to turn around, I faced towards the wall. And as soon as I faced towards the wall, I had a bright light coming over my shoulder. And I tried to turn around to see what it was, and I couldn't turn around. It wouldn't let me turn around, whatever it was. And I said, what is that? And I was like, oh, I need to get up. And I was like, I need to throw up, I need to get up. And it said, no, you can't get up. Oh, man, I gotta throw up. You gotta let me up. Like, fuck that. And I kept hearing his voice, you can't get up. I kept hearing my aunt in the background, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, man, I felt so sick. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. As soon as I said that, the light disappeared. I got up, I ran to the bathroom. The bathroom was right across the street, right across the hallway from my room. Got up, ran to the bathroom. Blah, blah, all fucking night. All night I threw up. All night. Just throwing up one after another. And I threw up the whole bottle of pills. It had to be the whole bottle of pills because I threw up all night. I took the whole bottle of pills. Whatever it was, I forgot what it was, but I took the whole bottle of pills. It might have been aspirin. I think it was aspirin. But I threw up the whole damn bottle of pills. And every time I'd lay back down, I would lay down and I felt like I had to face the wall. That was the only way I could lay down. If I didn't face the wall, I'd throw up. So as soon as I faced the wall, I felt this bright light coming towards me. Like right behind my back. And my whole room lit up. Like bright, super bright. Like where I couldn't turn around. I couldn't look at it. I kept trying to look at it and I was like, I gotta see what that is. And it's like, I'm Jesus Christ. I was like, what? Like, yeah, I'm Jesus Christ. The Holy Spirit. Like, oh man, I don't believe in that. Like, yeah, right. Let me see. Say, you can't see me. You're not holy enough. So, what the hell? So I said, yeah, watch this. And I went to turn around. As soon as I turned around, it disappeared. And I started throwing up again, all over the place. Man, threw up all the way to the bathroom, threw up in the bathroom, all over the toilet, everything. That night, my life got saved. I said, why is my life being saved? I asked him. I said, why is my life being saved? And I could hear it like a real voice. He said, I'm not done with you. I went downstairs. I was going to grab the bottle. And I was going to do some more. And there was no more pills. My aunt said, what are you doing? I said, trying to get something. I don't feel good. She said, there's Pepto-Bismol. She's like, you don't look good. I said, yeah. She kept praying. The whole time she's trying to give me Pepto-Bismol. I was like, no, I don't want it. I said, never mind. I could hear her going, la, 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 speaking in tongues. She didn't stop speaking in tongues the whole time. I went back upstairs, lay down, sweating, just drenched in sweat. My whole fucking body drenched in sweat. All my clothes drenched in sweat. My clothes were fucking soaking wet. My bed was soaking wet. Almost died that night. Almost overdosed. I didn't overdose because Jesus saved me. I believe that.